So they decided to have meet each other again. This time they went to old ruins from Native American settlement, and this place was a little bit even more far away than last time. So they decided to take the weekend for this. So they went very early in the morning. They drive almost half of the day till they reach this hotel. And by this time they were very good friends, and they decided to share the room. And well, things happened. The next day they woke up, and early in the morning they kiss each other mostly all the time. And they decided to go to the ruins that were planned since the beginning. And so she took him there, and she said, well, we used to come here very rarely with my parents and perform some rituals, etc., because we consider some of these constructions sacred and special. And she told him about one of the construction that was pretty much demolished. It was this little wall. There were a lot of walls, but this was this spot in the center of the ruins that was considered like a secret or a sacred wall. So they went there. She put some flowers and stuff in that place. She explained the meaning that this spot used to be habitated by a person that was very sacred for the locals, and a kind of a god or something like that, or a wise man. So it was common to bring flowers to him. So that she puts the flowers there, which he brought all the way from the very beginning, and something that Jod considered a little bit strange at the beginning, but she explained to him that, well, we need to do this ritual. And so they did that. They went back to the hotel, and they decided to spend another night there. So they spent the night together. They were kissing and all night, and they woke up pretty early in the morning, again kissing, and then they drive back to the city. So the next day they decided just to go just to the cafe after all these trips that they have been doing together. And they started meeting almost every day at this cafe after they both ended their work. It became kind of the spot they meet together. And they always talk each other by the phone and send them messages and stuff, but every day they make sure they could have time for each other at the cafe. So a couple of weeks happened, and they decided to go to another spot that's called, this is a cliff that's considered to be made by giants, and there are a lot of legends about this spot. It was barely a striped wall between two mountains, two striped walls between two mountains, and it looks like someone just pulled the mountain apart and broke it, and that's why the legends about this place mention a giant. So they did pretty much the same last time. They went pretty early in the morning, spent the night there, and make love and kiss a lot and stuff. So by this time, the reports that he was making to the castle for the amble were getting pretty short, and they realized he was spending too much time with this girl. So they sent another person to make sure and realize what was happening. So on this trip they had been followed. The person in charge of realizing what Judd was doing was Paul Human. So Paul Human. So Paul tried to keep his distance away from them. The MBL took this agent from another location to make sure Paul didn't recognize him. So after they arrived, they decided to the cliff. They looked for a small hostel that was nearby and to stay there for the night. And Paul was parked pretty close to the spot and paying a lot of attention to what was going on. Then he realized Felicia and Judd were spending the night together. And so he waited outside for them, and at 3 a.m. in the morning he broke into the room, took a knife and cut Judd's throat. Felicia screams like crazy. He just beat her. She fell down to the floor, and then Paul left the scene of the crime. The police arrived. Felicia told them what happened, and it seems like nobody knew exactly who this guy was that was murdered here in this hostel near the famous Cliff of the Giants. And that's it. Thank you very much.